Hi guys, this is DJ back in the so-called new garden here. As you can see, the corn has become huge, and the gourd is still there. There is a huge, gigantic Parthenium plant here. Parthenium in front of me, which shows that the soil has not been up to the mark. That said, I am here in front of the demonstration bed that we use for the PDC students. This bed we put here along with the students during the PDC that Sai and I co-taught, and you can see that it's full of stick mulch. Have not planted anything on this side. We planted only up till here that day, and we planted tomatoes and Silvan Batsali here. It's lightly watered every 3 or 4 days on average. Sometimes it's been 1 week since this received any water. But on this side, you can see termites already started to break things down. Lots of termites here. Where I am standing, where we have not put any plants, and probably not enough water reach this. But you can look at the produce here. All this took is a decent soil with a handful of manure, buffalo manure, dry buffalo manure, and lots of stick mulch. This is perfect for the climate, the semi-arid climate that we are living in Hyderabad. And sticks are the best mulch in these areas, especially as a starting for the bed. We can keep on adding other types of mulches as we get it. Any mulch is good, but there is one of the best mulches you can put for a very stable kind of a cover, ground cover for an entire season. You put anything like leaves or green matter, it is going to break down in a matter of a month or two, or all that green will get oxidized because of the excess heat. All that nitrogen will go off. So the dry stick mulch is the best for this. The soil is very hard here. The soil was very hard when we were planting this. What we did was we watered this bed, then we put the mulch down, then we made holes in the mulch, dug the soil a little bit, and planted this tomato. You can see the heavy production on tomatoes. The same with these tomatoes. You can see all around beautiful, huge amounts of production. I don't see any diseases on this. I see lots of new flowers, which shows you that this is a pretty good way of putting up a bed in this climate. Now I do have some weeds, but these are towards the edges where there has not been enough mulch. But where there is mulch, stick mulch, you hardly see any weeds. I am yet to see a weed in this patch where there is loads of mulch. That is because the mulch is covering up the ground and preventing any sunlight from reaching in. That said, where do you get all this stick mulch from? Where do you get this quantity of mulch? Any weeds you can use as stick mulch, any woody stuff, any prunings from your trees. This one received some cuttings from our Lucina tree there, and a handful of dry manure. You can see the manure pile there. We have not been coming to this place. As you can see, all the aubergines there, all are bright yellow. They have gone overripe. We have not harvested them. There are some green ones on it. We cut it. The plant is going to do even better. We are going to do that. The corn is there. The garden is looking good. Papayas are turning beautiful color here. We have not planted anything here, for a long time now, even before the PDC. For the PDC, we thought of planting this up, all of this up along with the students, but we did not get the chance. We were just teaching huge amounts of stuff, and the students were soaking it all up, and we didn't really have time to do all of this. So we left like this, hardly any maintenance. You can see spinach bolting here into seed, beautiful. This is going to give me lots of seed, some cabbages here and there, but nothing much. The trees are of course doing good, the mulberries are doing good. This is, what is this called? Ivisa in Telugu. Sesbania grandiflora. This Sesbania grandiflora, beautiful seeds. The seeds can be cooked, the leaves can be cooked. It's doing good. The papaya out there is doing absolutely beautiful. The brinjals here, the plant is almost looking like it's going to die any minute now, but the brinjals are here. It's putting out good stuff. There is lack of proper moisture. Therefore, you see all this discoloration on this. That shows deficiencies, and deficiencies are due to lack of good microbial activity in the soil. So we need to remedy that. Of course, the corn is doing good. This is all corn that got saved from one of the farms that we worked on, and the corn is doing good. The corn has trouble. You know, we out here have lots of troubles. You can see this has been munched on by a bird or probably by a mouse. First a mouse, then a bird probably. You can see these things, but the rest of it is fine. We can harvest this and eat it. But the place looks absolutely amazing. There are weeds here, which is alright. These are going to be mulched back onto that bed or on other beds. And this was the aubergine that I was talking of. Look at this. Huge amounts of fruit. And back here, amongst all this rubble, these were the old ladies' fingers, okra. The okra, I'm stumbling on names today because I'm thinking elsewhere. But the tomatoes are, look at the productivity of this. Hardly any maintenance, lots of tomatoes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red tomatoes. And you see all these white spots? These are because the water evaporated after falling on this. Probably while watering they just sprinkled some water on this. But beautiful red tomato. Don't know what seed this is. I think it came through with the manure, or we got this plant from a nursery. But beautiful, beautiful tomato here. My mouth is already watering looking at this. The garden is looking good. There is a moringa tree out there, still full of flowers. The banana circles are doing alright. I see our nursery, so-called nursery, is almost dead there. All the trees are sticking out. They're almost dead. Need to water them. But all in all, looking pretty good. Thanks for coming along. This is DJ. I'm going to take some shots of this so that I can edit them when I'm placing this. By the way, this is going to be cut and put in the middle of the rest of the video. But I was talking about all of this, and my friend Kalyan, Sai Kalyan, went to the other side of this to check out what is there. That used to be a patch of paddy. I'll probably, if I can find that photo, I'll put that. But that was all paddy and experimental paddy there. And he went to check this out. This is all parrot damage. Parrots ate this. It's called Ramachilka in Telugu. Parrots ate this. The rest of it is fine. You can see fully formed cob here. Small relatively, but the seeds are full. This is a native variety. It's called Inca Rainbow. We got the seeds originally from Annadana Seed Savers, and then we got them planted in Shirdi on a farm, and from there we collected seeds again, and the seeds we used as much of it as possible, but then there were lots of seeds left. The seeds were getting spoiled. Therefore Madhu, one of our other friends, he got a few seeds and put them here. They grew fine. As you can see, they are pretty tall there, and this is what you get. So there are lots of crops on this that got damaged, but just come along with me to find out something beautiful. I just found it right now. Kalyan showed that to me. As you can see, all of this is clumps of paddy, and for the first time paddy farmers, this is not a bad clump. They are having lots of clumps here. All of this was paddy, and you walk along with me, you can see a fence of creepers, of beans and of bitter gourd that has not been harvested. That's alright. Check this out. Look at all these. This was a tomato plant. My goodness. Look at this. Look at the production there. We're going to harvest some of these, definitely. Bright red. Isn't this a beautiful sight? We neglect this part. After some time we come here and you can see the number of tomatoes all around the place. And that is the beauty of gardening. I would not even call this farming. I won't insult the farmers calling this farming. This is not farming. It's just gardening, and that too a poor attempt at it for all practical reasons. But the nature's abundance is absolutely stunning. The number of tomatoes. This can give me a salad for a couple of days. Just one plant. Tremendous production out here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And the rest of it needs to be planted. You can see all the harvested paddy there. You want to harvest that, and that's about it. You can see, because nature gives me this kind of abundance, I really don't mind in my gardens all of this. This is parrot damage. Parrots fully ate these off. I mean, those parrots must have already had developed some beautiful muscles eating all this organic corn and homegrown corn. My goodness, they have eaten everything, and this one of them that's left. Need to harvest the rest of this. Oh, by the way, this is how you harvest corn. Do it once, then you lift it back up like that, and you get your cob corn. Oh my god, this is full of ants also. Let me see what's inside. Parrots ate this. Ants are in here. Red ants. Hopefully they will not bite me. Let us see what's inside. Oh, beautiful full cob. It's a beautiful cob, and it's so sweet. It is so sweet that the ants are taking sugars from this, from all these stamens and from the cob. Oh, beautiful cob. I'm removing this awkwardly because there are ants. Huh? Don't think I don't know how to open a cob. There you go. It's a beautiful, beautiful cob. Oh, lovely. Look at that. I'm gonna eat this today. Beautiful. Little bit of parrot damage, but I don't care. You have seen what Mother Nature gives me and what Mother Nature leaves for me. More than enough for a person or for a few friends around the place. Beautiful stuff. Lots of cobs. Boys, please harvest whatever you can find. Beautiful. The team is there. All the permaculture team. That's an novel team. That's Uppu, Rohan, Durga. There are a few in the bushes back there. My goodness.
Me, I want cobs.
Please catch. Catch it! Jose! We have solar and Nigram. Right there. I have spoken about this in my rooftop garden videos. These are beautiful little berries. All packed with nutrition. I mean, if this is not a superfood, I don't know what is. Oh. They are all around. And within the corn, I mean, I keep telling people that you can grow extreme intercropping in India because of the sunlight. Look at this. Just take a look at this. In the corn, in the tallest corn here, just look at this. Beautiful peppers. They are fully ripe. They are coming to the hand as I touch them. The plant is doing good. There is aubergine here. Lovely. I mean, you ask anybody whether they can grow chilies underneath corn. Go to an agricultural shop or go to somebody with normal monoculture agriculture mentality and ask them whether you can do this. It does happen. Now, can you do this on a farm scale? I don't think it's viable because harvesting will become a headache. But on a garden scale, absolutely. This one day's dinner. I mean, for some people this is 1 week's dinner, but for me, one dinner, these 3 chilies, awesome chutney with those tomatoes. What more can you ask for? And a cob of corn, a couple of cobs of corn. Works out beautiful. Oh, Kalyan is, today Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein, both of those souls, entered Sai Kalyan's body. It seems he is making discovery after discovery. Inside there's a god. Oh, there he is, holding it. That's a god. Oh, goodness me. The garden keeps on surprising you. Awesome. Leave it there. Oh, beautiful stuff. There are aubergines in there. There you see. Nice. Nice aubergines. I've dropped one. Pretty good for a curry. I have my sister who is growing organic food. You know, she has a beautiful garden. I put up a video of that. My friend Sai also put up a video of that. So I don't know whom to give these now. You know, previously my sister did not have a garden, so whatever I got as extras, I would send it to my sister, but now she's supplying my family with a lot of veggies, so I probably will give this to my friends here. So with this, I mean, I can keep on wandering and showing and blabbering like this for a long time in a garden. I'll let you go. Continue, go on with the video, rest of the video. Thanks. Now, last but not least, this garden shows a lot of, examples of what can be done. We have tried paddy here, we have corn here, we are trying trellis, we have a trellis on top, we are trying raised beds, we have banana circles, we have heavily mulched beds as you have seen. We are trying all of this stuff for the last 3-4 years. I'll put a few photos that I posted in Facebook way back a couple of years ago of this same plot. And let me go on to the other side so that you can see how the whole thing looks. Let me come here. I'm going to make a quick video of slideshow kind of a thing of whatever you see here. Right? Those photos are taken right from back there, all the way back to the wall. That's where the photos were taken. Some of the photos from this side, I'm going to put them together. You can see that we have tried the jungle approach where the whole thing was overgrown. Last February, I guess, full overgrown. There was a snake here. I put up a video of that on YouTube. You can check out new garden update. It's called, I'll put a link of that below. And now this is it. And if we just plant in stuff and give it some water, the thing will jump back into life because of the way it was designed. The soil is beautiful, the plants are beautiful, they are dropping leaves, they are dropping flowers. Whole thing looks beautiful. And nowadays the neighbor's chicken are jumping over the fence and they are roaming around, free ranging in here, don't know doing what. So you can expect some chicken manure here and there. All in all, the place looks amazing and ready for something very, very beautiful. That's what this is. The potential of any land, if you do it right, is extremely good. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some updates on this. This land is precariously on the edge. In 15 days from now, literally, or 20 days from now, either all of this will be taken off, and there might be a function happening here. Of course, some of the trees will be left, some of them will be taken off. Either that, or this will go again into full production, full summer production right here. So keep your fingers crossed. If we are doing anything here, I'm going to keep on posting videos. Thanks for watching. Keep on gardening. DJ signing off.